What is going on, guys? Wonderman Boxing. Today we're going to talk about the undisputed champ Canelo Alvarez. But before we dive into this information and this topic, go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe to my channel. It doesn't take that much. I really appreciate it for your guys' feedback. Let's go. Let's talk about this. So Canelo Alvarez, he had a media workout for his trilogy match against Triple G, as it's coming up. And I think one of the reporters asked him, hey, if Sudo Ramirez beats Dimitri Bivol, will you fight Sudo Ramirez next? And he said that he won't because he's from Mexico and he's Mexican, and I don't want to fight anyone from Mexico because I represent Mexico. Now that's a very interesting topic. Let's talk about this. Now let me just say this right off the bat because I don't want you guys to get a misinterpretation of things. I think Canelo Alvarez is a phenomenal fighter. He has a great career. I've been following this guy's career for a very long time. And, his resume speaks for itself. He's the undisputed champ at 168 pounds. And at this moment, he is the best 168-pounder undisputed champ. You see what I'm saying? I don't want you guys to think that I'm coming off as like hating on Canelo or badging on Canelo and stuff like that. But I do find it very interesting that he says something like that. So let's talk about it. Do you guys remember when Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera, they were both from Mexico, and they gave us tremendous fights to the boxing fans. They gave us wars. They gave us memorable fights. Till this date, people still talk about it. They're classic fights nowadays. So I personally think that, this whole thing about not fighting somebody from Mexico because you're Mexican, I think it doesn't make any sense because it's like, boxing is not like the Olympics. In the Olympics, you qualify for your team and you represent your country. That's how the Olympics work. But in boxing, you fight the best of the best regardless of where they come from. Let me repeat that. You fight the best of the best regardless of where they come from. It's like, for example, if we're not going to get the fight between Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., just for the fact that they're both from the United States. You see what I'm saying? It's like if Errol Spence just says, hey, you know what? I don't want to fight Terrence Bud Crawford because we're both from the U.S. So it doesn't make sense. Or if Dimitri Bivol beats Sudo Ramirez and he says, hey, you know what? I don't want to fight Artur Beterbiev because we're both from Russia. So there would not be an undisputed champ. You see what I'm saying? And these are the fights that the boxing fans want. And like I said, I'm talking about the Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera, Mexico versus Mexico, and they gave us hell of a fights regardless. So I don't have a problem with Canelo Alvarez not fighting Sudo Ramirez because, it's at 175 pounds. But I am having second thoughts about Canelo Alvarez fighting someone like David Benavidez. It's going to be his mandatory pretty soon. And the only reason why I'm having second thoughts, even though David Benavidez is not originally from Mexico, but he is Mexican. You see what I mean? He's from Arizona. And that's the reason why I'm having second thoughts, just for the fact that, David Benavidez is half Mexican and half Ecuadorian. And that gives me second thoughts that Canelo Alvarez will never fight him. So I don't think it makes any sense, when it comes to that point. I respect Canelo Alvarez and what he's done for the sport of boxing, but saying something like that, it kind of contradicts with, his career, because if you really think about it, when he was growing up and coming up in his career, he had to fight, people from Mexico. He had to fight these Mexican fighters that are actually part of his resume, his record. You know what I'm saying? His boxing record. So it doesn't make sense that at this point you would think about something like that. You know what I mean? So you fight the best of the best regardless of where they come from. That's what I'm saying. If it's United States, then let it be. If it's Mexico versus Mexico, you let it be. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you guys agree with Canelo Alvarez that Canelo Alvarez should never fight, another Mexican, another person from Mexico? Or do you guys think that Canelo Alvarez should just think about, adding more to his legacy, adding more to his career, despite if they're from Mexico or not, just fighting the next one in line, the best of the best, and adding more to his legacy? What do you guys think about this? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. With that being said,